Right, okay, couple of mad dogs in there. Couple of mad dogs. Here we go, mad dog in. Yeah, be quiet. Okay. Okay. Right, okay. Hello once again. Hello once again, YouTube. Andy with you with another little video. Right, okay. Thanks to all those people yesterday who watched Walking Football. I've not really gotten round to reading the comments or even replying to the comments. I will do that later today, after I've come back from my little romp with the doggies. Yeah, anyway, so we're over at Stanton Woods once again, and I have my drone with me today. Weather-wise, well, it's not really ideal. Been some blustery winds have come through the UK over the past several hours, which is going to make drone flying a little bit tricky. So once again, I'll be taking my drone over to another set of woods, which is separate from this place, and there's hardly any people go to those particular woods, and I'm going to be flying my drone amongst the trees and the branches and the twigs once again, and whatever happens basically happens. And I think if there's anything interesting to see, it's going to be in the woods rather than probably out in the field somewhere. So what I'll do, I'll have a little bit of a recce in the woods. Whatever happens, as I say, whatever happens, happens. So if you believe in God right now, then I suggest you start saying a few prayers for my drone. Now, I think it's going to be okay, to be honest. There's a high probability that there's going to be some kind of an incident or an accident with it, okay? But because I'll be flying it very low and also very slow, if it does come into contact with anything, then it's going to be falling to the ground from about chest height or thereabouts. And if it does come down, it'll probably hit somewhere like a twig, something like that there. So if it does come down, there'll be a minimal amount of impact. So that's the plan in this video. So I'll be doing a running commentary on that. What else can I say? What else can I tell you? What's been going on over the past few days? Right, so we looked at that house in Monmouth Close in Swindon. That was sold on Friday. Had a phone call this morning saying that it's now back on the market. So we're going to go and see that with myself and my wife today at 3 o'clock. It's about midday now. If we like it, we'll put an offer in, but I do feel it won't be for the asking price, just because it does need quite a lot of work and money spent on it. So we'll look at that one, and I've heard nothing back from the council yet regarding my taxi license. That hopefully will be later on this week. And I've got a job interview tomorrow, RAF Bryce Norton. Come on. Hi up. Yeah, so tomorrow I've got a interview at 11:30, RAF Bryce Norton, working nights. And that basically is working for a company called Sodexo. They've got the contract to replenish the plane's food, in-flight meals, I think that's what it is. So we'll see how that one goes, because I do feel I need to get myself a job, you know, until perhaps I get my taxi license back again. and it could be maybe 3 or 4 months before I get that. So I have been looking around for work. It's just not an awful lot out there at the moment, which really kind of tickles my fancy, let's say. Okay, right. Behind me over there is a wood. It's quite large, it's very dense, and quite oftentimes when I'm walking down this little pathway here, I glance across over the field, which is maybe about 150-200 meters away, and I quite often see deer going into that particular wood. Now, not many people go in that wood, so fingers crossed it's going to be quiet in there, redundant of people, and hopefully there's going to be a few deer in there, or whatever else really. So I think my first task really is to try and find a way in with my drone, and I won't know that until I actually get it up. So I think I'll pop myself down here somewhere out of the wind, and I'll be using the audio and some of the visuals from this here, so you can basically hear what I'm saying pretty much. Okay, all right, let's do this, shall we? Okay, let's give it a fly, shall we? I'm going to hand launch this one now.
Take off.
There we go.
Home point updated.
Right, start recording. You can see where I've got my my microphone or my camera just here. Okay. Right, fingers crossed, get praying, we're heading over that way. Hopefully we can see something which is kind of interesting. You can see it's quite blowy. And head on over across the field. We'll try and find a bit of a gap in, if we can, in the woods. See what there is. We're going to take it very slowly, very steady, just to see if we can see something interesting. Alright, okay, right, this is where I've got to be a bit careful now. There's a slight gap there. I think I might just be able to manoeuvre in there, maybe, I don't know. Right, I'm not going to go mad with this because I don't really want to be going across the field in muddy situations, getting my feet all muddy, so I'm going to take it very slowly, very carefully. Easy does it. Just going to get myself and navigate in, just have a little look around and see what there is. I'm not going to go too mad. Just turn around to see if I can see any kind of movement at all. Nothing which is really catching my eye at the moment. Just going a bit further, shall we? It's going to be a kind of a new thing, you know, a bit of a new sport, perhaps. Navigating through the woods with your drone, just to see how far you can actually get in the woods without encountering some kind of an object. So far so good. Signal is still okay. I'm expecting to get a bit glitchy at some point, and that's when you're going to get a few problems, I think, when it gets a bit glitchy. Right, let's just slowly take our time and get through the wood. Get through some of it anyway. You've got to be so careful looking at little twigs which you might not always see straight away. So you've got to be a little bit tentative, a bit careful when you're doing this kind of thing. Oh, there's a deer there, look. You saw one. Right, okay, he's just over there in the distance. Right, so we saw something. Let's go and see if we can get a bit closer and not freak him out. This is where you're going to be a little bit careful now. When you see something, you don't want to get excited and start chasing it. Right, I don't know where he went to. Just see if I can see him. There he is. There he goes again. Yeah, so we saw something, you know, that's better than nothing, I suppose. I don't know exactly where he went to, mine, but put on zoom lens, see if we can see something. I think he's probably gone further, deeper into the forest, I expect. So we can just navigate through a bit more, I think. See, I couldn't have, if I was on there on foot, I would not have seen that. Right. I got a bit of a glitch then. And I think I'm fighting against some wind as well. Right, just starting to glitch up a little bit now. Just losing signal strength. I've got to be a little bit careful. I'll just pan it round, see if I can see anything of interest. Right, just head on a bit further in. Ooh. Dangerous, dangerous, danger, danger. Well, at least we know there's deer in this particular wood. Right, so if I go that way, I'm going back towards myself. So let's just kind of get ourselves out of the wood and back again. I'm almost kind of tempted just to walk over there and pick it up really, but hopefully I can just navigate back slowly to yeah, I'm getting a weak GPS signal. Just come up on my heads-up display, so it's probably telling me that it's probably a good time. Head on back, I think. All right, so this really does take an awful lot of skill and concentration, as you can imagine. It's quite easy to just clip something, a little branch or a twig or a leaf or whatever really. I'm going to try and head over towards that gap over there. Okay, it's going to be tricky, this bit. Okay, I don't really like the look of that, to be honest. No, that's going to be a little bit low to the ground. And there's a twig just above me. there's one there as well. Okay. I don't think I can get through there, to be honest. Let's go this way. Right, don't try this at home, kids, because it could end quite badly for you. So I wouldn't call myself a very experienced kind of a pilot, but I kind of know what I'm doing. I've had a fair bit of practice. See if I can just... The thing is with this, I can't see what's above me and I'm going up. That's the problem. Just inching it up bit by bit. Right, okay. Okay, I'm free. Right, okay, so there we go. Well, we saw something, didn't we? Let's just see if I can perhaps go to the other end of this wood. Just give you a bit of an idea what it's like. It's quite large. It's quite a large wood. I'm just going to see if I can see any life at all, any movement. Well, we know there's a deer in there, I just don't know where it went. That's just it, I don't know where it went. Right, the problem I've got now is because I'm the wrong side of the wood and I'm just losing signal. It probably is not a good idea if I kind of go into the wood around here, I don't think. I'm just trying to see if I can see any movement on the outside. Don't think there is, you know. Oops, I was lucky. You're okay, you're in good hands, you're in safe hands, says the man who's crashed about 7 drones. Yeah. Okay. There we go. This gives you a bit of an idea of this wood. It's a fair sized wood, to be fair. It's really thick down there. You can't really see the floor to see what's down there. Not a huge amount of the floor anyway. I'm trying to thread it through the eye of the needle. You're kind of asking for trouble really when you're doing, want to try and land it on the floor there. Okay. Right, that just gives you a taster. All right, I'm going to bring it back home now. I'll take you back home, back to where I am here. Just have a bit of a zoom in, just see if I can see something down there. That's double zoom. That's 4 times zoom. Give it a bit of elevation. I'm going to do a sideways swipe. I should be above the treetops now. Just see if I can see any kind of movement in there at all. But to get the best view, you've really got to be on ground level. Okay. Right, okay. We're just going to fly. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to take you right over the other side. We're going to put on sports mode. It's going to dip down now. We just dip down. It's on sports mode. Have a quick look round here so we can see anything. Put it back on normal mode. The problem is trying to spot deer or whatever else. It's so camouflaged. It's very difficult to spot it. You know, so to see what's in the wood, you really have got to, you know, either go there on foot, and if you did that, then whatever's in there is going to be startled and it's going to bolt, or you've got to, or you've got to use a drone really for best results. Okay. Right, let's have a quick zoom around, so we can just zoom around, put it on optical zoom, and just see if we can see anything interesting, maybe, I don't know. You might see that big herd of deer which we spotted a few weeks ago, grazing somewhere, but probably not. No. Do a slow pan around just to see if I can see anything. 28% battery. Getting rather low. We might get a bleep bleep in a moment, telling me to come back. And there we go. Right. Let's head on back then, guys. Let's head on back. Yeah. A little stop on the way, maybe. Okay. Okay, well, we had a glimpse of a deer, didn't we? We saw something. We did see something in there. Just one solitary deer. Where there's one, there's probably going to be quite a few more spread in that wood, I'd have thought. There we go. Welcome back. Not so bad. I think that's probably it, actually, I think. Right, there we go. Back safe and sound. No crashes, no broken props, no broken arms. Gimbal still works. I'll call that a success. There we go. Stop filming.